Hi, I'm Keith Wynn, and I am an agriculture agent in Hamilton County. This video will explain the peanut pod blasting method and will discuss its importance in determining peanut maturity. Last year there were approximately 210,000 acres of peanuts planted here in Florida. Over the past 4 or 5 years, peanut production has increased in this area. Determining when to harvest peanuts is an important decision each peanut producer will have to face.
Hi, my name's Chris Van and I'm with the Extension Service here in Fayette County, and we're talking about determining maturity of peanuts as far as harvesting dates, and the most used is the pod blasting technique. And most of the peanut specialists say that by using this method that you can increase maturity and the weights of the peanut, the tonnage, pounds per acre, up to 30%.
The first step in the pod blasting method of predicting peanut maturity is selecting a random sample of peanuts to be blasted. 5 to 6 randomly collected plants are normally used to collect 150 to 200 pods in order to provide a sample. Some producers will blast 2 or 3 samples per field.
Scott Wynn. I'm a peanut grower there for several years now. Today we're going to pull a sample of this field to see if it's ready to dig. Pod blasting is a useful tool in determining when you would need to dig peanuts. Peanuts is a crop that if you dig too soon, you lose yield and grade, and if you dig too late, you lose yield and grade. So you want to dig them at the optimum time, and that's where pod blasting comes in.
In order to collect the sample of 150 to 200 pods of peanuts, it is important to pick all pods off of each plant. Most people use a pressure washer with a rotating turbo nozzle to pod blast peanuts. The one shown here is an electric pressure washer and is rated to provide 1,300 pounds per square inch of pressure. This procedure removes the exocarp from the peanuts in order to reveal the peanut's mesocarp color. The turbo nozzle used here produces a 0-degree rotating stream which strips away the outer cork-type layer which exposes the pod's mesocarp. The bucket used in this video has a couple of holes in the bottom of it in order to drain out the water, and the screen basket is made from a 24-inch piece of hardware cloth that was approximately 30 inches long. A maturity board is then used to determine maturity by placing these peanuts in different color class columns based on the color of the peanut's mesocarp.
Looking at a profile of peanuts that we blasted in the basket and using a pressure washer, and we've laid it out on the peanut profile board, and this is a variety Tough Runner 727. That's a newer variety that's come out of the University of Georgia, and we're looking at approximately 7 to 10 days. The board says 10 days about maturity, and I think that's about right as far as what the maturity date says for the peanut. I'm not real sure. I need to look a little closer about what date we're dealing with. And using the board, sometimes it's very subjective about what's black, what's brown, but still it gives you a good reference point of what you have. And we look back here, and these peanuts, definitely not, that peanut probably a grade, but some of these peanuts we know are not mature enough to go to the mill or to be harvested. But by waiting 7 or 10 days for the front end to move, we probably can get some of these peanuts to move on up, and they will make the grade and be harvested. So, it's to me, using the profile board is a good way of at least getting a good indicator for when the peanuts are ready to harvest.
Here are a few samples of how peanut pods are placed on the peanut maturity board. It is easy to see the different stages of maturity by looking at the different colors. However, it can be very controversial when determining which column the pods should be placed in.
I'm Harold Tyre, farmer and manager of Swan River Peanut Company. I've grown peanuts all my life, and I know it's very important to know the optimum time to dig your peanuts. Each day that is too early or too late could mean 200 or 300 pounds on your yield. So it's very important. Pod blasting has been used the last few years, and I like that system, but we got to remember it's just one tool to use. Since I've grown peanuts all my life, I've always just go out in the field, look at the condition of the vines. If the vines are real healthy, I think those peanuts can be left longer. What I mean by that is, to me, you want to leave the peanuts in the field as long as you can without losing any of your best matured peanuts, because then I think your grade not only will be better, but your yield also will be greatly improved. So you have 2 or 3 tools. One is go to the field, look at the vines, pull some peanuts, see how mature they are. Pod blasting is very good. And don't forget just the number of days, really, that those peanuts have been planted. So it could really make a big difference to find the perfect optimum time to dig those peanuts.
As we have seen in this video, being able to correctly identify peanut maturity before harvesting could affect the crop's yield and grade. Overmature peanuts may lead to an increased loss at digging due to deteriorating peg strength, and harvesting before peanuts have matured could result in lower pod weight and grade. Peanut pod blasting is only one method used to determine when a producer should start inverting their peanuts. The producer should also consider the plant's health, the plant's age, and upcoming weather events such as hurricanes or frontal storms, which could interfere with harvest.